everybody, it's Lisa from LJ Creations, and today we are going to do Card Making 101. I actually just recently was at the store with my friend who is new to stamping, and she asked me a very good question that I think most people who are new to stamping really don't know the answer to. So here is my little 411 on this, and then I'll show you some different ways of stamping as well and how these are used. Stamps come in different ways, but the main three ways are blocks, photopolymer, and red rubber. And then there's also digital stamping, which is the basic. You take an image, there's a digital stamp, you print it off your computer, and then you can use that. But photopolymer is the clear, or some people call it clear stamps, but that's this, which is that like kind of a rubbery, I don't know, feel to it, but it's not rubber, it's kind of a plastic. And that can go on your acrylic block, which is just like this. And acrylic blocks come in all different shapes, sizes, methods, or ways. One of the main ways, obviously, is, or sizes, is probably this size, which I believe is like 2 by 2. There's also with like Fun Savers Journey, we have this one, which is awesome. It's nice for like these border stamps. We also have a small one, which I call it like 1.5 by 1.5. I didn't measure these, so. And then there's also larger ones, like this size, and then there's also like the Misty, which is new, which I don't have, so I can't show that to you, but you can find it online anywhere. And then, so that's where these fit on, and then also the red rubber, which was Stampin' or Fun Savers Journey. We mainly have these, and these are nice because they just fit on here as well, and they have a cushion, so they stamp very well and give you a nice crisp image. So those are red rubber and photopolymer, and then there's also the red rubber that is on the blocks. And these are nice. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's. Also, I know that I believe Stampin' Up! Still sells them with the blocks. And I call this old school stamping. I have it, but I have some, but I prefer the red rubber or the photopolymer because they come in smaller cases. Like this is the red rubber one, and this is easier to store for me. The wood ones come in bigger cases, which obviously take more room, which means less room for stamps. So that's just my basic little 411 on that one. So I'm going to show you how these can be used. You can stamp with an ink pad or markers. Now, not any markers. It can't be alcohol markers. They don't stamp very well. Those are mainly for coloring. But like the distress markers, or also like if you want to use, there's more advanced ways of doing it as well, which I won't get into. We may do that in a later video. But these are your two basic ways of stamping. And I'll show you how that's done. First, sorry, we just flew that across the room. First, I'll show you this, the regular stamping, and that I'm going to use my wooden black. I'm going to make a little thinking of you card. So there's that. Put the thinking of you, and there you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, and then I want to use this border, which I hope that I have lined perfect. This stamp itself is kind of old and flimsy, so I don't know if it's straight or not, and that's definitely what I'm trying to get. This, I think, is one of my first stamp purchases. I don't even know what brand it is, but it's been through the ringer, and I just want to make sure it's straight. So that's straight, and then so I can stamp, well, maybe not. This is not seeming to stay on there. Like I said, this is an older stamp that I've had. And there we go. Let's stamp it like this. And then just kind of put that right on there like that. So see, that gives you a nice little edge. And I think I'm going to do that up here too. It's not as straight as I'd like it, but it's okay. This card is mainly just to show you a technique more than anything. So then we'll put this up here as well. Now you can see that it's very cute and fun. So that's your, I would say, your basic stamping. That's how most people stamp, especially if they're basics or beginners. And then you get into using markers, and this distress markers by Tim Holtz are amazing for this, because you can just color on. I'm going to just color this on. It's kind of a bigger stamp to color, but I really want to show you guys this technique. And then one technique that someone showed me, or one little trick, not technique, that someone showed me is huff on it before you stamp it, because it may be wet or whatever, or drier because it's been on there for a while. So I don't know what it does, I couldn't tell you. But there is your stamp. And that's stamped on there really good. So, and then you can do another one. Let's do one more. And we will color that up. And I kind of like the texture it gives it. And there we go. No, I'll need to wipe that off later. And then I think I'm going to do another one a little smaller. And I think I'm going to put this, the darker yellow. And this is actually Wild Honey. I'm just going to stamp that real quick. This is also a technique of overlapping, or you can mask these as well, but I believe they call this kissing or overlapping. But it's a fun way to add and play with your stamps. So I'm going to kind of put him a little like that. Oh, that's super cute. I like the fact that it's giving me those streaks. So I'm trying to give it a little bit of texture or different elements. If you're new to my videos, you'll see I like a little bit of texture and stuff like that. So let's huff that again. I was kind of just, there we go. That's really pretty. I think that really adds to that flower. So I'll wash that off in a minute. And then now I'm going to actually take a small one and I'm going to add some of the yellow. I use that mustard seed. And just give it a little filler more than anything. I'm just going to fill up some space. I'm going to do one more, I think, of the mustard seed. There we go. And I like the one thing, one of the rules in stamping is you don't have to be in the center with your image. You can do off and stuff like that. And actually, I kind of like it when it's like this because it draws your attention to the images, but also makes you focus in on the scene. So let's put that. That was the mustard seed. Let's go to the wild honey, and we're just gonna add a little bit with this as well. And I may be able to get a little bit of, see, and how I did that, I didn't color it again, I just used more of the ink that I had on there. So that's kind of cool, makes it a little lighter. So that's a fun one. And then I want to do, I have one more small one. I think I'm going to do, use the wild honey, or no, mustard seed, sorry. Just kind of put that up there, and then put one down here. And I did that, what I just did again, there. Now I'm going to use the mustard seed, and first I'm going to stamp off with this, and then stamp on. So use that, and then I'm going to try to get one last element with that. Oh, there you go. So I'm going to put those caps on real quick and flip this over. So there is your image, or your stamp, or your card I should say, your images. And I'm just going to put this right on here with my ATG gun, which is just adhesive. And my next Card 101 will talk about adhesive and stuff like that for you as well. So we'll just put this on here on our rock candy paper. This is Fun Sampler String rock candy paper, and I use this Fun Sampler, oh no, Riverstone, and then I also use a Fun Sampler String Riverstone ink pad, and then this flower layers, which is Fun Sampler Strings as well. And then I also want to show you this is the 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which is your average size paper. And like I talked about in the last video for Card Making 101, is that you just take the 11 side, you cut it in half, and that gives you two bases. So there's your two bases. I didn't really show that, and I want to give you guys that visual. So there we go. And then we're going to put that on there. That's really cute. It's really pretty. And I will be right back. I'm going to get some pearls to add. So I'm back. So we're going to just take some flat back pearls, and we're just going to accent, like we kind of did with our last card. We just kind of accent it, I believe, with flat back pearls too. And I normally don't just do flower cards. I'm just let you guys know that, because I know this one and the other Card Making 101 I used flowers. I actually needed to make a card for one of my son's teammates, in soccer and his family. So I just wanted to make it kind of neutral, or not neutral, but like more of a thinking of you or a sympathy card. So, and then there you go. There is your card. It's that quick. So I hope that you guys are liking this Card Making 101, and I hope I'm showing you guys things you didn't know. So, and I did want to let you know, give her a plug kind of. We do sell these with Fun Sampler String, which is awesome, and these are actually Fun Sampler String ones. But I believe this one is the old one I've had. I believe I might pick this up at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And then there's also this one, which is Stamp Abilities, which is obviously I believe, Hobby Lobby. But you can pick these up anywhere. And one little thing, you can also pick up blocks sometimes. And if you're like certain people who like to have the blocks, you can take your red rubber or your non-mounted stamps and you can put them on blocks. But if you prefer this over this, but I like the acrylic, so that's just me. But everyone's different. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope this, I'm excited to show you next week what we do. And we'll talk about adhesive, and I'll show you some different ways of using adhesive, and we'll probably make another card. So check back next week, and I'll see you soon. Hope you guys are having fun crafting. Bye!